A deafening silence. Why is the EU ignoring Romania's election crisis? Imagine a country silencing its own people. Imagine a government scared of the voice of its citizens, choosing to ignore their votes. That's what's happening right now in Romania. And the EU? They're turning a blind eye, happy to cash their checks while democracy crumbles. Why is the EU silent on Romania banning its election winner? It's a question that should worry us all. This isn't just about Romania. This is about the very principles the EU claims to uphold. It's about the promise of a united Europe built on freedom and fairness. But when those values are threatened, where is the EU? Hiding behind bureaucratic jargon and hoping nobody notices. Well, we notice, and frankly, it's pathetic. The people's choice silenced Calin Georgescu and the annulled victory. Calin Georgescu was a problem. Not for the people of Romania, but for the people in power. He dared to challenge the status quo, to expose the corruption festering at the heart of Romanian politics. And he won. He won big. But winning, it turns out, wasn't part of the plan. The government cried foul, claiming irregularities without a shred of evidence. They annulled the election. They banned Georgescu from running again. It was a blatant power grab, as subtle as a brick through a window. And the message was clear. Challenge the system, and the system will crush you. A timeline of trouble. From election to ban, a nation in turmoil. Let's rewind. November 2024, Calin Georgescu, the anti-corruption crusader, wins the first round of the Romanian presidential election. People are hopeful. Maybe, just maybe, things are about to change. February 2025, Georgescu, while registering as a candidate for the second round, is arrested. The charges? Bogus, obviously. It's a blatant attempt to intimidate him, to silence him. It backfires. People are outraged. Protests erupt across the country. March 2025, the Central Electoral Bureau, in a move that surprises absolutely no one, bans Georgescu from the election. The reason? Take your pick: alleged Russian meddling, irregularities in campaign financing, having the audacity to challenge the establishment. The truth? They were just making stuff up as they went along. Section 4, Money Talks, Democracy Walks. The EU's curious case of selective outrage. 32 billion euros. That's how much money the EU pumped into Romania this year alone. That's a lot of euros. Enough to buy a lot of silence? Because when it comes to Romania's blatant disregard for democratic norms, the EU has been remarkably quiet. We trust Romanian institutions, the EU spokesperson mumbled, avoiding any direct condemnation. Trust? Trust in a system that silences its critics and ignores the will of its people. That's not trust, that's willful blindness. Section 5, the anti-establishment crusader, Calin Georgescu and the fight against the system. So who is Calin Georgescu, the man who has the Romanian government shaking in its boots? He's not a politician, he's not a billionaire, he's a teacher, a writer, a man who dared to believe in a better Romania. He's cut from the same cloth as Alexei Navalny, the Russian opposition leader poisoned and imprisoned for daring to challenge Putin. He's a thorn in the side of the powerful, a voice for the voiceless, a champion for the people the system has left behind. Section 6, a breeding ground for corruption. Romania's troubling track record. Let's be clear, Romania has a corruption problem. A big one. In fact, according to the CIA World Factbook, Romania ranks third in the EU for corruption. Third. That's like coming in third place in a who can hold their breath the longest underwater competition. It's not an achievement to be proud of. Corruption is a cancer, eating away at the very fabric of Romanian society. It undermines democracy, it erodes trust in institutions, and it creates an environment where someone like Calin Georgescu, someone willing to stand up and say enough, is seen as a threat. Section 7, a call to action. The EU's responsibility to defend democracy. The EU can't stay silent. Not anymore. They can't keep throwing money at the problem and hope it goes away. They need to take a stand. They need to demand accountability. They need to show the Romanian people and the world that they are serious about defending democracy, not just funding it. The eyes of the world are on Romania. The EU's response, or lack thereof, will speak volumes. Will they be defenders of democracy or enablers of authoritarianism? The choice is theirs.